Let's wait for a minute more, I guess, and then we can start. Okay, yeah, welcome to today's Gnosis Core Devs call. And we actually have a lot of things to discuss about Fusaka, but let's get started with Shutter as usual.
Yeah, hi. So on our end, we are working on resyncing shadow nodes and keepers following the shadow rewrite, history rewrite. And that's on shadow. So on mainnet, last time we ran some tests and we identified some fixes needed with the Aragon team. So we're waiting on that to be deployed to resume testing. And that's it.
Thanks. Getting deployed. Okay. On testing,
Yeah, on the testing side, so we have a running infra running. We have a working infra integrated with all the 4 clients. We have some minor issues on the CI, so we are fixing that. Also with the updated client mappers, some of the Hive tests fail, so I'm also looking into fixing that.
perfect. Do we have Marcos? We don't. Okay. So moving on to generic client updates. Nethermind.
Hi. I think no Gnosis specific updates.
Perfect. Do we have someone from Erigon? Oh, we don't. Forget again. We don't. Oh, Mark just joined. Mark, do you have any updates for Erigon?
Hi, yeah, sorry about that. Well, yeah, we think we've fixed the Chido problem. There's been quite a lot of chat this week. So essentially it turned out to be a performance fix that we've done, which cut out one of the execution paths that meant we didn't touch a key. So we've just having found it, we've regressed it. So I think we're in process of building our revised Chido archive. I think that's
Okay, so this is the issue regarding full sync, right?
yeah, exactly, yeah. So we were based that issue where we were kind of getting stuck at block 1 or 2 or something we've now resolved, and we're now building the chain.
Understood. So do you have any ETA for the release of this particular fix?
The fix is released. The chain is, I think, what we're doing, because actually regenerating from scratch, I think it's going to take about 70 days. So what we've done is we've got a spliced snapshot, basically, so that we can, which I think should be ready sometime around now, if you understand what I mean by that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're kind of doing 2 things. One, regenerating the chain, but because that's going to take quite a long time, we're building it from a snapshot.
Understood.
Yeah.
And one thing, so if I run an Aragon node on Chiado now, will it work on the new chain for Chiado?
It should do, yes. I'll tell you what, I'll mail after. I'll check whether we've. I think we released a fix, but I need to check actually, because Andrew was doing it and he's out this week, so I'll follow up and check and let you know on the Telegram channel what the actual status is.
Okay, just to clarify, my question was about the change of the Chiado chain and not on the full
Yeah,
chain.
yeah. So the chain, my understanding is for the chain change, we should have an operating Paragon now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. It's just I haven't run it personally, so I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Because I will run it in that case because of my shadow fork work. So Aragon was the client that was pending. So perfect if it works.
Yeah, yeah. So if it doesn't work, let me know and I'll follow it up.
Okay. Perfect. So Reth, my updates. There was one issue with EIP 7918 on Reth Gnosis. So it was disabled earlier, but right now that issue is fixed and a couple of more CLI improvements. I'll just write that down later. Okay, so for Fusaka, we are running our own DevNet currently. So we have all the four clients, the four EL clients. There was, I mean, Reth was diverging earlier because of the issue that I just mentioned. Right now, that is fixed. So for the past 24 hours, we have all the EL clients on the same fork. um I have used a lot of spammers, like transaction spammers, which does EVM opcode fuzzing, blob fuzzing, those kinds of things. So the devnet is pretty well tested at this point, but I would like to redo the tests, the Fusaka tests that we ran on the devnet last time, and I think Carlos was the one who did it. So if we can get the test script for that, and since he's not present here, I'll ask on the group as well. We'll be running that on our own devnet. Now, moving on to Fusaka for Gnosis chain, we at this point still cannot run shadow forks. We are working on it, but we don't have the capacity, at least now. And we would, and like Nethermind, we would ask you guys to do the Fusaka mainnet, the GC mainnet shadow fork for us as well. We want to do the Fusaka on Tiado at least like pretty fast, by within 2 weeks, hopefully. So Philip told me February 18th before he went on vacation. So if we consider that timeline, it would be great if Nethermind can start preparing for the shadow fork at least, for Gnosis chain mainnet. Does So how do we proceed, like Marek, or like if anyone can tell me?
Right. So I think let me think about it, because unfortunately Carlos won't be available, and Carlos was like the main person who was doing that shadow
Yep.
forks and so on, and Marcos is super busy. So let me think about it. Long story short, answer. I will follow up on this.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, we'll continue working on our own shadow fork infra at least. And can you ask Carlos once about the Fusaka test script that we ran on the last devnet so that we can run it on ours as well?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. That sounds good. So yeah, we can take the rest of it in the Telegram channel itself. Thanks a lot for joining. I mean, unless if anyone has anything more to add. Okay. Yeah, I guess then see you next week.
Okay. Bye.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.